Hello everyone and welcome to this Python for Automation testing series. In this particular tutorial, we will be learning about the access modifiers. So let's begin. So what are the access modifiers? Access modifiers control the visibility and accessibility of the class attributes and methods. There are three main access modifiers: public, protected, and private. Let me open the notepad here and let me write it down. So one is public, and when we talk about the public, so they are accessible from any part of code. So accessible from any part of code. And then we have protected, and the intent for use within the class and its subclass. So basically intended to use within class and its subclasses. And then we have finally private. And when we talk about the private, they are restricted to the class in which they are declared. So basically restricted to the class in which they are declared. So when we talk about the public, we don't need any kind of a prefix, but in order to work with the protected and the private, we need prefixes. Okay, so for the protected, we need to use a single underscore like this, and when we talk about the private, we need to use the double underscore like this. Okay, so let me go to the PyCharm here and start writing a code and to understand it more properly. Okay, so let me create a class. Let me create a file over here, and let me name it as Access Modifier. And let's create a very common example of class employee, and I'm creating an init function. So def underscore init, and we'll be passing two more parameters, like for example then the name of the employee, then age, salary. Okay, and inside this, now I will be defining the public attribute for the name. So this is very simple. Self dot name is equals to name. And now I will be creating a protected attribute for the age. So self dot underscore age equals to age. And now let's create a private attribute for the salary. So self dot underscore salary equals to salary. Now let's create a public method first. So simply def, and this method will simply display. So let me name it as display underscore info, and simply what I need to do is that I will print these attributes. Okay, so using the f strings, so simply I'll say name colon self dot name. Okay, and let me copy this complete statement and paste it over here. And now instead of name over here, so what I will say underscore age, and here I will say underscore salary. Now this is basically a public method. Now in order to create the protected method, again we need to use a prefix of the single underscore. So for example, if there is an increase in age, so let me create a method increase underscore age is, and here I need to pass how many years there's increased, and inside this one I will say okay, self dot underscore age plus equals to years. Okay, this is our protected method. Now let's create a private method, because the salary is something which needs to be private, right? No other employee should know about it. Okay, so I will create a private method for this one. So increase in salary, okay, so and then the amount which you got as an increment, and so self dot underscore employee underscore salary plus equals to the amount. Now what we have done so far is that we have created a class employee, and we have this public attribute, this is protected attribute, this is private attribute, this is public method, this is protected method, and this is a private method. Okay, now let's create an instance of the employee. So I will say employee is equals to then employee, and now I will need to provide the name, age, and salary. So I will say testing funder, then the age, for example 35, and then the salary is 60,000. Okay, and now in order to access the public attributes and the method, so simply I will say print, and inside print I will be passing employee dot name. Okay, so if I run this one, you will see that we are getting the name testing funder over here because this is public. Now let's try to access the protected attribute and the method. Okay, so I will say here print employee dot underscore age. Okay, and let's run this one. So we saw that it got printed over here, because as per the definition, the protected can be accessed into the class and its subclasses. The only private ones needs to be accessed within the same class. Okay, so if I go here and let's increase the salary of the employee at the end of the year, so underscore increase. So you see that we are not getting this increase underscore age over here, right? So increase underscore age is not here. So employee dot, so I need to write, so here we got age, so it's not getting the suggestions because it is a protected method. So that's why we are not getting the suggestions over here. So let's increase the age by 2, and now again print this age over here, and if I run this one, you see that we are getting 37 over here. Now let's try to, for accessing the private attributes. So let's simply go here and print, and here we say that let's print underscore salary. You see that we are not getting suggestion over here. So if I go with this one, then what happens? This is a private attribute. Okay, right? So you see that we got the error. We got the error over here, right? So what I'll do is that in order to use these ones, I can simply, let me remove this one from here. Let me remove this one from here. And in order to use this salary, so what I need to do is that simply I will need to go print employee dot underscore with the class employee and underscore salary. Now let's run this one. Now you see that we got the salary over here. So basically, if I go here and summarize this one, so we have three access modifiers. One is public, then protected and private. Public can be accessible any part of the code. The purpose of protected is to use within a class or its subclasses, and private is restricted to the class in which they are declared, right? And in order to use the protected or private, we need to use a prefix, which is single underscore or the double underscore. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you like our content, then do like, comment, share and subscribe our channel. Once again, thank you so much and see you in the next tutorial.